catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
Is I'm going to remove this picture from the screen so you can see me and say hi. And again, thank you so much for your patience while we were getting that together. Sometimes we have what we call technical difficulty. Guess what, guys? It's story time right now. Story time. All right. And story time is where we connect. Okay. We're going to connect. And we're just excited to have our guest here. And so Miss Natalie, I met her on Instagram, and she loves helping people to get in shape and to stretch their body. You know, we have to stretch our body to do what we do, especially when you get up there in age like I am, right? We have to be in shape. We have to move our body so that we don't get stiff. And sometimes people have sicknesses and they really have to keep moving. So we're going to have that conversation with her. All right. So I want you to just do me a favor. There's a couple of things that I want to remind you to do while you're here so that we can make sure that we have you intact. I want you to tell some people that we're here. Now that we have gone live, I want you to share this live with 5 people. I want to say welcome to Instagram. I want to say welcome to YouTube and everybody else. Miss Natalie, you'll see a button on your computer. If you want, you can share this on your channel on YouTube. Look on the top right somewhere to say share to your audience, and you can go through that process while I'm bringing you up and just talking about you coming up. So if you see it, if you don't see where you could do it without leaving, then we might not be able to do it right now. That's one of the things that I normally have people come early for so they can get that done. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know while you're here, I would like for you to share this live with 5 of your friends. And after you do that, I just want to ask you to do one more thing. And it's real simple. Like, share, and comment while you're here. Okay? Like, share, and comment while you're here. That's important. You know, and I believe that if you will do that, it will help other people to know what Miss Natalie is doing. Miss Natalie is doing some amazing stuff. So let's bring her on over. She's been waiting patiently, and we have definitely wanted to have this conversation with her so that she can go ahead and give us that good information she has for us. All right, so sit back, get ready, get yourself something to drink, and we're going to bring our guest in. I want to say to some, I want to introduce you to Miss Natalie. She goes by Yellow Lotus Peace. Yellow Lotus Peace on Instagram. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Miss Natalie, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. We made it. We made it. We made it. We are here now. How you feeling?
Nervous.
No. I don't want you to be nervous. I want you to take a deep breath and relax. I mean, things happen. We know things happen. That's a part of being a business owner, an entrepreneur, a dreamer. Things are going to happen. That's a part of everyday life, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
just take a deep breath. Everything is going to be all right. What's meant to be will be. And we're going to take it from there. So how was your day today before you got on this program and tried to start preparing for this live? How was your day today?
Oh, my day was good. I got some things accomplished, and it was.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, I know that are you somewhat of an introvert?
Yes.
And it's amazing that you are, because you're putting yourself out there in such a big way by doing this yoga every day. So kudos to you. And before we get started, here's what I always do. I always ask individuals to tell us a little bit about themselves. Let me know where they're from, a little bit about their background and their upbringing. So I'm going to put the camera on you and give you the opportunity to introduce yourself. Just say your name, where you're from, a little bit about your upbringing, and then we'll go from there. How about that?
Okay. All right. My name is Natalie Ferrier. I am originally from West Virginia. I was born in West Virginia and I was raised in Pennsylvania. I was raised by my great grandparents. My mother had taken sick and she passed away at a young age. So my great grandparents took over and they raised me. And a lot of times you'll hear me say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and that's from them because they instilled a lot of discipline, um, with me and inside me, and I soaked it all up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. A little hospitality and good old home training comes a long way. It's definitely different being raised by grandparents than it is by parents, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
My
let
great
me
and
ask you
it,
something. What's one of the things that you believe they instilled in you that sticks with you today?
um, to respect elders. I
Respect the elders, and I guess that's
yes,
also address them by their name with the Mr. or Mrs. or something. Does that
exactly.
bother you today when you see these young people or these people, these later generations that don't do that?
Um, it does bother me, but then I always have to say to myself, it's a different generation, but I just think that we as adults we don't require enough from our children. Like my son, he still will call, like if we meet you, he'll Crystal. He won't call you by your first name, and then like if you ask him a question, he'll say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, because I instilled that in him.
Right, right.
So
And how
yes,
old is your son? Is he in his 20s or 30s?
he's 32.
Okay. Do me a
Mhm.
favor. Move over a little bit to your right for me so I can see a little bit more of that plant. Just slide over to your right. Perfect, perfect. So now let me ask you this. I have been in a situation where there have been people, and I have been in the room, and sometimes, they do the opposite, and you could tell they just didn't have that training. And sometimes I have to bite my tongue. I have to bite my tongue. I don't
Yes,
know. Do you find yourself having to do that?
yes,
Sometimes or sometimes when I see too much leniency for these kids today, and I'm like, that is not how I was raised. That is not how I came up. And like
yes,
you said, I have to just tell myself it's a different day and time until it gets to be disrespectful. You know what I mean? Then I
yes,
then I say, listen, hold up, we're not doing this. That's
right.
when I put my foot down. So
Y-
yeah. Now, so was you quiet in school? So you went to school, and tell me about your childhood.
Um, I was, you know what? I was kind of like it depends on who I was around. If I was around, friends, I would be, somewhat talkative. But if I'm not around people that I know, then I'm quiet and I sit back and I watch. Because my grandma used to always say, you can sit back and watch, um, people will reveal themselves and sit back and watch them. And then, you'll know who to be around. You'll know who to not be around. You'll know who will carry news. You'll know who will just, who's just disrespectful. So, it depends on who I'm around. Like if I'm around that I know, then, I can be talkative. But if I'm around people that I don't know, then I sit back and I'm just observant. So yes. And my great grandparents, they just, they were the parents needed. Not that my parents weren't good, but obviously, my mother passed when I was young, so I feel like my great grandparents were the parents I needed.
Wow. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Kudos to your grandparents or great
Mm-hmm.
grandparents. And I'm sorry to hear about your mother passing when you're young. But one thing we also had back in the days in 60s, 70s, 80s. I'm a baby boomer. Are you a baby boomer?
No, I'm Gen X.
You're Gen X. Okay. So I know in the earlier days, it was a village mentality. People
Yes,
stepped up and they stepped in and they helped out. So that's a good thing.
yes.
So after going through your childhood and everything, I know that I saw you wrote that you went into the army. Was this something that you thought about as a child? Because being introverted and quiet, I'm really surprised to see that you did that. So tell me, how did that process happen? How did you wind up deciding to go in the army? Was it through high school or college?
No. Well, I graduated. I was in the reserves in high school, and I decided to go regular army because my grandparents wanted to send me to school, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't
Hmm.
want to, waste their money, not really knowing what I wanted to do. So I figured, let me join the military. I could get some experience. They have a plethora of jobs, and I can say, you know what, I'm going to do X. And then the whole thing is also to, once I, join the military, they give you college, money. So I was like, okay, I could get college money on my own, and that way I'm not, overextending my great grandparents. Like, and then the whole thing is they would have wanted to do it anyway, but I just didn't want them to because, like I said, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But like I said, I ended up going into the military. Um, I was reserves first, and then I decided to go active duty.
So, military, was it hard? Let me tell you something. When I was in college, I joined ROTC.
Hmm.
I think I lasted a week. So, kudos to you for doing what you did. I'm telling you, I don't even know if I lasted a week. I think we had to do something like climb a pole or do something. First of all, getting up early, I was out of there so quick. I was like, this is not for me. It was a choice. I was like, okay, next. I went on to the
Yeah.
next thing. I think I did what did I do? I did karate, I did RTC, and I also Persian rifles, basketball, but RTC wasn't for me. So did you love it? Did you like it when you first got in? Was it easy for you?
No, when I first got in, I ended up calling my great grandmother and I begged her. I said, please, please come get me. And she said to me, no. She said, you started it, you have to finish it. And that was the best decision that she's ever said to me because once once you get out of basic, it's not that bad. Now the military is a little soft. That's just my opinion. But when I was in, they would, scream and yell at you and so forth, etc. But after you get used to the yelling, it's you kind of like it's just like I would take my um, military hat bring it down past my eyebrows, and whenever they were in my face yelling, I would just kind of like, okay, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to get through this. So
Wow.
he would, they would just yell, 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 and make us do push-ups and sit-ups. But it was, like I said, once I brought my hat down, it would not affect me.
So you said something now. You said that with the grandparents, it stuck with you about being respectful to the elders and calling them and saying Mr. and Mrs. So what stuck with you from the military?
Um, Discipline, like getting up, early in the morning, getting everything done, having a set schedule. Um, yeah, just the discipline of being able to have a set schedule, have everything done before a certain time. Yeah.
Like making the bed, pulling those corners.
Yes.
Everybody from the
Yes.
military, but do you still make your bed like that today?
Yes. I
That's
still
something.
they call it and you could bounce a quarter off your bed.
Wow, and folding it,
Yes.
even the fold. It's so funny because I was helping my grandson. I think it was around the summer, and I was showing him how to fold a blanket. It was,
Hmm.
he's 10, so it's a big old blanket, and he just folded it. And I said, no, 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 no. So I came out here into the living room, and I spread it out, and I folded it right. My ex was here and he was military. Now, any other time he don't say nothing, right? But this particular
Right.
time he gets up because I folded. He was like, no, 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 no. He started. I said, well, why you didn't do this thing? But it's funny because he did the military fold. He was like, no, you got to do this and you got to do that.
Yes,
So it sticks with y'all. I know that it does stick with you.
yes.
And the
I
waking
still
up
hold my
early.
I still fold my my t-shirts and my underwear in military style, and even the my blankets and my sheets I'll fold military style. So it's like a roll, and everything is like, dressed right, dressed, and in order.
Wow. And I'm sure your son probably does it. Now, what's your son's name? Because I know he popped in here earlier. And let
Um,
me see who we have checking in. Thank you to y'all checking in. Let her know you're here. Say hello. Chris and Paula are checking in. They say hello. And
they're my
also, I see Xavier checking in.
that's my
And
son.
also your son, she said, hello, I'm Natalie's son, tuning in from Connecticut. I can't wait to see the interview. So, yes, any other people, if you're here from Instagram, say hello, let her know you're here. But Instagram, I'm not going to be on here too long. So, I need you to come over to the YouTube. Come on over to the YouTube and join us. And it's a better experience over here, too. So, I definitely would love for you to do that. And it's going to be amazing. So, Natalie, now, so what was the biggest thing you had to overcome? If someone is here and they had to do what you did, they got there, they were scared, they made that call, their people said no, just like your people said no. I'm going to put the camera on you for a moment. Speak to the person who might be in Peace Corps right now or heading there, and tell us what it was that got you through those rough moments through that first couple of weeks for boot camp, and maybe what you would recommend to someone else that may be going through that transition.
Um, I would say to them, don't give up on yourself, that you can do anything that you put your mind to. I know that's kind of cliche, but that I feel like you can do anything you put your mind to. And also be grateful every time you achieve a task. Be grateful, be thankful that you achieve that task. Like, when you do your weapons, when you do your gas chamber, when you do your grades, anything that you do, just mark it off and be thankful and grateful that you achieved that. All the goals, all the things that they have you do or try to achieve and to graduate from basic training. Just be thankful and grateful, and just put your mind to it and know that you can do it.
That's it. It's mind over matter, right? Did you
Yeah.
make some good friends that you still connected with, Natalie?
Oh yes, I Chris and Paula are my army friends.
Oh,
We
wow.
we
See?
were stationed at Fort Bragg, and we also were in the Gulf War together.
Okay. So, Chris and Paula, thank you for being here. I hope that you will enjoy. Please feel free to say hello back and speak back to her. I'll make sure she sees your comments that you put them in there. And thank you so much for joining. Please make sure everybody that you subscribe while you're here too. And also subscribe to her channel, because what Natalie is doing is she's building an online presence now. We're going to talk to her and find out where this came from, because she's such an introvert. I want to know what prompted you to start going online and doing this yoga thing. We're definitely going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the importance of yoga, how you got to that point, because I want to say kudos to you for coming out of your shyness to do that, right? But before
Yeah.
we get there, I want to just cover a couple more things. So, in the army, you went pretty far. Talk to me about that. I think you were army. I saw something in there that you sent me that said that you were army, former army in there,
Yeah,
former
I was
army
a
sergeant, right?
yes,
Inspired. I
ma'am.
think here it is. You said, I said Natalie was an army sergeant, inspired yoga, Pilates, and strength training enthusiast, and an aneurysm survivor. So that's the part that I want to get to. We're going to get to the aneurysm survivor part. But before we get there, as an army sergeant, you had to excel. I mean, you went from being shy and scared to being an army sergeant. So when did that shift happen?
Um, it just it just happened. I ended up coming in contact with some great people who seen potential in me and sent me to some military schools, and they and from there it just blossomed. I mean, I wasn't like a hard yell at you sergeant, but my thing is I would always you know treat people like I want to be treated. Like if I seen something was incorrect, I'd tell them. I wouldn't sit at everybody. I would pull them to the side and I'd be like, "Let me holler at you over here for a minute," and then
Mm,
that
okay.
that would be my introduction. And the whole thing is sometimes when you if you talk to people and you embarrass them, then that's not a good thing, because that hurts people's feelings. And I never wanted to be a person that hurts anyone's feelings. So that's one reason
Right.
why I will always tell people, I'll be like, okay, um, you know, private so and so, let me holler at you over here for a minute, and then I would talk to
Okay.
them. So yeah.
Nice, nice. So you
Mhm.
became a people person,
Yes.
and you were approachable, and you were able to reach out to them and correct them. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
So, how long ago did you finish?
I got out of the military in 2001.
2001. Wow.
Hmm.
That's 25 years ago.
Yes.
And may I ask, Natalie, how old are you?
I am 54.
Okay, so that's amazing. So almost half of your life ago. So got out of the military. Talk to me about that. I know that you're married. I know that you have an important person in your life, your husband, I think
Yeah.
for 14 years, right? And
Yes.
so talk to me about that. When did all that happen? Was it after you got out? Talk to me about, take me down that journey, please.
Okay. So I ended up getting out of the military. I moved to Atlanta, and I went to school to be a mortician. And
Mm-hmm.
I and I ended up getting that degree, and then I ended up but in a mortuary school they want you to do apprenticeship, but they don't want
Mm-hmm.
to pay you to do the apprenticeship. So I wasn't able to do that. So I ended up going back to school to be a massage therapist, which I ended up getting that degree, and I ended up moving to Connecticut to um, work at a chiropractor's office. And I ended up like a few years later, I ended up meeting my husband on the road, just walking down the street, and we bumped into one another, and um, it's
Wow.
all history now.
Okay, so walking down the street, I think you sent me a picture. Is that him right there?
Yes.
Okay. So, little shy, quiet Natalie walking down the street. And what happened? He just said hello?
Yeah, you know what? So before I met my husband, I had said to myself that I wanted to meet, someone that totally adored me and, loved me for me. And I was walking one way, he was walking another, and he said hello, and I said hello, and then he turned around and he struck up a conversation, and then we exchanged numbers, and the rest is history.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And now, Natalie, who's this? That him also?
Uh, I can't see.
You sent me another picture with another person. It may be him from a side view. How about this one right here? I think this is you and your son, right? He looked just like you. This has to be your son.
Yes, that's my son.
Now, and I mean, you're a twin for sure. So you have one young man. Is he going to go down that path of the military as well?
No, no. The military is not for him.
Okay. I mean, it's not for everybody, so that's okay. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was your father. Somebody said that was your father. Somebody knew that was your dad. So
Oh,
you
yes.
sent a picture of you and your dad.
Yes, my
Wow.
dad.
Okay. So I always ask my guests to send me someone who is special to them, and I'm sure you probably have a lot more pictures. And you told me you're not really a picture person, but you sent me your son, you sent me your husband, you sent me your dad. Tell me something about your dad and why this was special to you to include this tonight.
Um, my dad was in the National Guard, and
Mm-hmm.
that's another reason why I joined the military, because I knew he was in service as well. And
Okay.
his father was in the Navy. So we have like a military background with that. And my dad was, he was a loving guy. I met him to life during his latter years. We used to talk every day. I would call him just to see how, because he was on dialysis, and I would call him every day to check up on him and see how he's doing. And he would say to me, how's the weather? And I'd be like, oh, it's fine, or whatever. I'd be like, how's the weather down there? And he'd be like, oh, it's fine. It's XYZ. And then he would say, oh, are you what are you eating? Because he knows that I am vegan, and he'd be like, oh, does that taste good? I'd be like, yes, sir, it tastes great. And he'd be like, oh, I'm gonna have to try it one of these days. I said, yes, you will. So yeah, my
Wow,
dad's
that is
really a great
amazing.
guy.
People don't understand. Parents are blessings. So I'm glad that you had that time with him. So, Natalie, military, and special time with the people that you had in your family, between your grandparents, your dad. Mom died early. I'm so sorry to hear about that. And so, does it kind of hit a soft spot when you see people that kind of take their moms for granted now, Natalie? Because sometimes people don't understand that they are blessed that they still have their mothers. Can you talk about that for a quick second? Because sometimes they need to hear from somebody who doesn't have their mom anymore.
Well, my mother, I miss my mother, and she was a great woman. And taking, you have to cherish your family or your parents in particular, because you don't know when they're, when it's anyone's time to go. So you have to be aware of your parents every day, whether it be call them or send them a text or anything. Just make sure you keep in contact with them. I mean, no one's saying well, I talk to my son every day. So um, it would be great to talk to your parent every day, even if it's just a, hey, how are you? And they say fine. And you'd be like, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Okay, no problem. But I wish my mother was here to see me and experience me, and and
Yes,
I'm sure she is, but
yes,
in the physical form, to
yes,
be able to see me, and see her grandson, and to be able
yes.
to hug her and love on her,
What you
you know,
mean?
yeah. And
Girl,
I really wish you know people
I'm
don't
there.
realize.
I'm there. We here because I
Hmm.
lost mine in 1995.
Oh wow.
And I tell people all the time, like, and I talk to mine every day.
Yes.
We especially started talking every day after I moved to North Carolina, and they have retired. I moved here in 1988. We had a close relationship then, and just repeating what you said, don't take it for granted. If you have your parents, love on them. They're not perfect people.
Right.
Just be there for one another. Have communication. So many times you hear about people leaving out, and that's the last time they saw them, and you get a phone call, and you'd be like, "What?" So
Exactly.
just please, 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 please take it from us. Don't take it for
Yes.
granted. So
Yes.
now, next thing I want to talk about before we go into the yoga and everything you're doing with yoga, which is very, very important because we'll talk about what yoga is, how you got into it. But before we go there, the aneurysm, what happened? When did this happen? How old was you? Was this out of the blue? Was you sick? I mean,
No,
talk to
it
me
was.
about that. I know plenty of people who had aneurysms, and you're blessed because you're still here. They are not. I know
Yes.
about two that are still here, but most of them are not. So, talk to
Yes,
me about
ma'am.
what an aneurysm is and the experience that you had. I'm going to highlight you for that because this is something that I want people to really understand. Go ahead.
Aneurysm is a weak vessel. That okay, so you can have a aneurysm in your heart, or you can have, or they say aortic aneurysm, which is in the heart area, or you can have a cranial aneurysm, which is in the brain. I ended up having three, brain aneurysms, and what is a weak blood vessel that pulps or swells, and it can burst, and it could cause brain. Well, if you have an aortic aneurysm and it bursts, you can die. Because I had an aunt who passed away from an aortic aneurysm. Um, Mine was in my brain, and what happened is I thought I had a wisdom tooth that would needed to come out, but ended up being so
That's
this.
okay. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. I'm not doing it to put you on the spot.
No,
And
no, no, no.
I always tell people I flow with you with the information you give me. And since you mentioned it, that's the reason why I'm asking. But I'm definitely not trying to make you feel no kind
No,
of way.
no,
I want you
no.
to take a deep breath. I want you to inhale and exhale because I know you tell people to do that with yoga.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know you're nervous. And then I want you to think before you speak because a lot of time when we get nervous, sometimes we say and is a filler for words when we're trying to think. So I want you to take a moment, relax,
Okay.
and then just speak, and it's okay. There's no right or wrong. I mean, hopefully you're just sharing. So I did not know that there was such thing as an aneurysm with the heart too, because everybody
Yes,
I knew had brain aneurysm. So that was new
yes,
for me.
yes.
And now symptoms, are there symptoms that people can look for with aneurysms either way?
Okay, so for me, my symptom was I had a severe headache, and it was over my left eye, and it was so severe that I was just like, my husband couldn't touch me. I was pacing up and down. Nothing was no matter how much Tylenol or whatever, and it didn't subside the pain. It was like um it was like a pain I never felt in all days of my life. It was worse to me. It was worse than childbirth.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
So
yeah,
I know people who had a lot of headaches, and so we tell them go to the doctor, get it checked out because it's concerning when you have a lot of headache. Because I know, like you said, it's just throbbing, and
yeah.
sometimes people put compresses on their head and do everything. So, were they able to detect it when you went to get it checked out from the headaches?
Okay, so I didn't go. So what happened is I went to sleep that night. I woke up the next morning and my left eye was shut down.
Mm,
And when I tried to lift my eyelid up, my pupil was blown. It was as dark as it was as big as the brown part in my eye. So that's when I went to the hospital, and they said to me, they said, well, they thought I had a stroke, but they did a CT scan. And they said it was an aneurysm. And when we went to the hospital, they were ready to turn me away. But a physician assistant, which I don't remember her name, but I thank her to life, that she ended up sending me. She ended up saying she was going to send me to Yale New Haven Hospital,
okay.
and she sent me to New Haven Hospital, and that's when they did a CT scan, an MRI, and they seen that I had three aneurysms.
Wow.
Um, Two of them were clipped, and one was wrapped. And yeah, so
So
that's how
you're
that happened.
blessed. You're
Yes,
blessed.
ma'am.
Thank God you went to the doctor. And who said that? Derek Resco said, "Thank God you went." That's right. And Y Noble said, "Take your time, girl. We're here for you. It's okay. We got you. Take a deep breath." So I'm just grateful that you're okay and everything went. So I'm sure it was a process with the recovery and just getting yourself back to where you are. And look at you now. You nobody would never know that you went
No,
through this.
yeah. I mean, the whole thing is the recovery wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I know that they were talking about, I could have not, I could have been a vegetable. I could have not known who
Um,
who I am today. But I thank, God, universe, that I am, able bodied, and, only thing I have to do is it was every year, then it turned it to, but every 4 years I have to go and get them checked out at the hospital, just to make sure everything is still, the clips are still there, that the aneurysm haven't gotten any bigger, or the fact that to check to make sure I don't have any more.
right, right. And make
Hmm.
sure you keep doing that. So great. So God is good.
Yes,
That's all I'm
ma'am.
gonna say about that. Definitely. So we're grateful you overcame that. I'm sure you changed your eating habits and some things that you do differently now after that. And
Yes,
so we're
yes,
grateful to have that conversation with you. And for anyone out there who may be having headaches, go get it checked out. Don't take
yes.
it for granted. And
I even
ask
take,
for
like, anytime he mentions headaches to me, I'm like, as soon as they say, I'm like, please go get it checked out, because you don't want it to be something that you can't come back from.
right, definitely not. So, yoga enthusiast,
Yeah.
gone from being an introvert, army sergeant, married, mother. How did that come about? Where did the yoga come from? Was this something that just you stumbled onto because you were attending a class? And how did you become a person that's now doing this almost weekly on Instagram and pretty often on YouTube?
Yes, ma'am. So when I got out the military, I went to a couple yoga classes, and I was like, okay, I like this. And then I did a few other modalities, which is like Pilates, and heavy weight training, strength training. But yoga is something that I love to do. The reason why I love to do is because it kind of keeps you from, like, sometimes we do a lot of self talk, And when I do yoga, I quiet my mind. So that's what, where yoga comes from, is because I quiet my mind, and then it also keeps me flexible and also mobile. So yeah.
Wow. So, and I can tell you relax about yoga because it just comes out of you easily. Like it's no hesitation. I can see the difference. I don't know if y'all saw that, but when she talked about yoga, she's at ease. She don't have to think about it, and it's just that. So, what is yoga for people who don't know? I mean, this is just another form of exercise. What is it, and what is the purpose of a person doing yoga?
Okay, so there's several forms of yoga. The yoga that I do is called Vanasana. So I'm not pronouncing it right, but it starts with a V. But it's
Okay.
yoga is a modality to you. It's, it can be strength and also
Hmm.
flexibility and also mobility. So it helps you keep you flexible. It also helps you keep mobile, and it also with some of the poses you have to stand in these poses for like 2 or 3 minutes, and that helps build up. So yes.
Okay. And I know that you have a YouTube channel too, and you go on your YouTube channel and you do some stuff there. So I have the YouTube channel up here that I'm showing as well, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see that. And so let's look at the YouTube channel here and see what we have here. So how often do you post to your YouTube channel?
Well, I try to post every other day. So I didn't post today, but I normally post like every other day. So I posted on Tuesday. I was supposed to post today, but I didn't get to do it. But I'll post tomorrow, and then I do yoga live with a young lady on Instagram on her live on Saturdays, and then probably that Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon when I'm done with doing that yoga, I'll post another yoga. So basically, almost
Okay.
every day. I could
And
post
I
every
see
day.
when you're doing it, you're doing yoga inspired stretching and you're doing posture. And I see you did something with lymphatic drainage. That's really good. So I definitely want to find out about that. I saw you doing something also where you were talking about the posture. So posture is everything, right? And
Yes.
so I know for me, I like to stretch, and maybe more people might want to do it with you if you let them know the time. If you're on Instagram, say the date and time that you're doing it on Instagram for the people who might want to tune in. And if they don't want to tune in, when you are going to be back on your YouTube channel again.
I'll be on the YouTube channel again tomorrow, and also I do live with Auntie Gina's page. I think it's Auntie Gina page backup page. I on at Auntie Gina's backup page on Instagram, and I do it on Saturdays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, she said, "This is Paula. We're with you, girl, if you know who Paula is
Yes, that's
under
my
that name."
yes.
Okay, so now, how important is it to stretch? Because I know for me, I'll be 66 on my next birthday in a couple of weeks. And I know sometimes I used to do a couple of videos where I would come on the stretch. Stretching, it makes you feel so much better. Like, sometimes we get stiff and
Yes,
I can still do that Indian fold with my legs. And some people, they say they
yes,
can't do that. Thank goodness I can still do that.
yes,
But one
ma'am.
thing I know is that when I'm stretching, it just really makes a difference. Now, Paula said, "I love your earth tones. I wear those colors all the time." So she wouldn't tell you that. But now, when I don't stretch, I feel some kind of way, even down to just doing like the rolling of the neck and stuff like that. So, is that a part of yoga too?
Yes, yes, it is. Neck stretch. The whole thing is like I was saying for the posture. A lot of times we, as because we looking at our phones and we look at our phones down like there,
Yes.
it brings our head forward and it causes us to have a hump on our back of our neck. And if you want to get
Wow.
rid of that hump, you have to make sure that you're sitting upright, that you are doing some. I have on my YouTube where it shows some postures that you can, some exercises that you can do, and some stretches that you can do to help work
Okay.
on that area. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's make sure that we are going to her channel. Her channel is Yellow Lotus Peace. Yellow Lotus Peace. We want to make sure we go. And so, are you doing lives or are you only uploading videos?
Well, right now I don't have. I have to have 50 subscribers to go live on
Okay.
YouTube, and right now I only have. I think I have 31.
So we
So
got you covered. So if you want to do something until then, you and I could. I'm glad to do something with you to help. Listen, we have to help each other, y'all. If people are out here, just like Gina's helping you over Instagram, if you would like, I'm glad to help you here. So we can do that and help you to get what you need to get to.
yes,
Not
ma'am.
a
Thank
problem
you.
at all. So we'll talk about that another time. So can you give us a few stretches that we might need to do, like while you're here? I mean, are you
Yes,
able to
ma'am.
do that? And
Okay, so there's stretching or exercise called the W, and you would lift your arms up,
okay,
and
let
you're
me
going
put you
to
on the camera here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to shout out. I see you, Josh. You said hit the like button. It's free. It is free. That's right. Tell them it's free to do that. Hello, Lisa J. Stocks. Lisa J. Stocks is a person who can educate you about your stocks. A lot of us have stocks. We're looking forward to having her come back and educate us. So let's make sure we go and support her and go to her channel as well. Thank you so much for that. So I'm gonna put the camera on you, and if you want, are you comfortable doing it? I mean, if you want to take your
yes,
jacket off,
yes. I can take my
okay,
jacket off.
you good. And yeah, just tell us a little bit. And I know that some people probably do it. Is it better to do it in the morning before we start our day, or is it okay at night? I mean, I'm gonna let you just kind of give us a for somebody who might be interested in just correcting their posture, feeling better, loosening up themselves. Give us a little bit of help here. And I'm gonna come over to you and let you do this and bring the camera. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's gonna give us a little sample.
Okay, so I normally work out in the morning.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what just happened to your sound. Did you do something different?
Oh, oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, definitely.
So I normally work out in the mornings. It's better for me, and plus it's a military thing. We used to work out in the morning, and I kept up that regiment to this very day. There's times that I do some stretching in the evenings, and it's only stuff that will help me relax my shoulders. Okay, so stretching exercise we can do is called the W, and you're going to lift your arms up, and you're going to just bring it to the side. So it's going to be like this. And what you're doing is you're going to squeeze your arms to your side. So it should be look like this.
Okay, okay. So squeeze the arm to the side, and this is doing what? Now, ladies and
And
gentlemen, if you go on my Instagram, I need you to come on over here. Come on over here to YouTube, and check us out over on YouTube. Okay, and yeah, wow, that's great. That's great. So now, and it's probably going to stop in a minute. I just want you to know the YouTube is going to disconnect because YouTube disconnect after hours. So you might want to just make your way, make your way, make your way. And by the way, your friend says she's so proud of you. She's so proud of you. So that's good. So stretch. So doing this right here. Am I
okay,
doing it
so
right?
no, you have to make yourself a and then bring it down. So like this and bring it down. So you're gonna like bring it towards your back, like to the back of
Oh, okay.
you.
Because I'm on the arm to my chest, so that's why I got these arms. So that's what's done.
Yes, ma'am.
So okay.
Yeah.
So bring it down. Okay. Well, like I said, we could definitely set something up where we could do this. Because I need it. I need to stretch. I need the stretching, and talk to us about the lymphatic drainage. I saw you had something lymphatic drainage. I actually have a cousin who has lymphedema. So
Yes.
that's why that was very good when I saw that. Was that
Yes.
for people with lymphedema, or was that for people who made it their a person who doesn't have lymphedema, but they need to still work on it so that their lymph nodes don't have a problem later?
Both. I mean, even if you have lymphedema, you still can do it. The lymphatic drainage. But the thing is, with people with lymphedema, like they might have it in their legs or their arm or wherever. It's still it will still get their lymphatic drainage going, but it might not drain everything on the person that has lymphedema. But it's still do to get it going.
Yeah, because
Because well,
it'll make it so that it moves around. I know sometimes when she gets her leg massage, she talks about that. So that's good. So lymph nodes. Do you know anything about the lymph nodes and why it's so important and why do they get blocked? Why do people have issues with the lymph nodes? Are you familiar with that at all?
um, it could be just stress that we're carrying stress.
Mm,
And the
wow.
thing, so that's another way to get everything going as well. And you have lymph nodes in your neck, in your
Wow.
collarbone, in armpit, in your abdomen, and in your groin.
Wow. In
Yes,
the neck area. And you know what? I know for me, my neck is always tight. I used to
yes,
try
ma'am.
to do it like this right here
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. And I'm probably ready for a massage. That's probably what I need. And sometimes I use ice or I use heat. Um, are those methods that you also recommend when
Yes,
people
ma'am.
get tightness?
You can use heat, but you don't want to have it. You don't want to use heat all the time because heat will also cause your muscles to get inflamed.
Mm,
I mean,
wow.
heat. It's like hot, cold, hot, cold.
Okay. So, what I would say is get with me and let's see when we can set something up so that you can go live and we can do this. I have a series that is coming up where I am educating people on a lot of different things. I have people with expertise coming. And I know you said that you're not, what I asked you earlier before the show,
I'm not a yoga instructor.
right? A yoga instructor, but what do you, is a term for it? What is it?
I'm a
A
yoga
yoga,
enthusiast.
a yogite or something, is it?
A yogi. Yeah, yogi.
Okay, a yogi. Yeah. So
Mhm.
Derek put something here. Derek said she mentioned a valid point. We do tend to carry stress in our bodies. Okay,
Mhm.
Derek. So are you a medical doctor or a trainer or something? Give us elaborate on that a little bit more, and let us know. Is there other things we can do? Because a lot, and are there some things that we need to make sure that we don't allow to happen with the stress? Because stress is a silent killer, y'all. In case y'all
Yes.
didn't know, it's a
Yes.
silent killer. So if you're busy, I mean, what's the least amount of time somebody could do yoga that it would be effective?
Um, I've I've done where I've done like 5 or 6 minutes of yoga, and
Really?
it's so effective. Yes, ma'am.
Really?
Like
Five
the
or six?
like the class I just did, I did the flow. I did it in 8 minutes, and it was an effective flow.
Okay, so talk to me about that. Let's
Mm,
say that somebody's watching here, they have a hectic schedule, might be a parent, they have get the children to daycare, they have school, they have work, they entrepreneur, creator, whatever they are, they
mhm.
would like a 8 minute routine. What would you recommend they do?
Um, they would need to follow me, and I would be able to give them that flow. And and it doesn't even take long. My thing is, long as you're moving your body, that is a great thing. You could do 5 minutes of yoga, 2 minutes of yoga. As long as you're moving your body, that's a beautiful thing. And the whole thing is, we don't have to necessarily do a full flow. We can do something that's catered to whatever you are feeling. Like if you want to just do neck stretching, that's considered yoga. If you just want to do where we're working on legs or something, we can, or we can do um, mobility around the legs, and even if you want to do ab work, we can do mobilities that will help you work on your abs. So come to my
That feels
channel.
so good. That feels so good as I'm sitting here doing it while you're talking. You just have no idea how good that feels.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes we just really need to stop and do these things, y'all. And so I love what she did. I have her information on the screen. Her name is Natalie. Pronounce your last name again, Natalie.
Ferrier.
Ferrier, because I was about to mess that thing up at the beginning of the show. Natalie Ferrier, but listen, that's just, if you know anything about me, I'm real. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go subscribe to her channel. It's the same name. Follow her on Instagram. On Saturday, she's going to get you right. I think 10 o'clock a.m. on Auntie Gina's live until she gets a little bit more. Also, I'm going to have her come back here so she can get you right. And you know what? I'm going to see because my cousin is a part of a lymphedema community.
Okay.
So maybe since you are familiar with how to help them, maybe we can set something up so that you could do that. How would you like that?
I would love it.
Would that be good? And then
Yes,
maybe we can
ma'am.
coordinate something so you could do that for them. But just me doing the things I'm doing while talking to her. And you know what's funny? When I have a guest that's focused on things like yoga or meditating, then I always do it while I have them on. It's like that's my reminder. So thank
Yes.
you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I sent you a message and said, girl, I need to do that. We could do it too.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if what you're doing with Gina and the other young man is not enough and you need to do it more there, we could do it because I haven't really been going live a lot on my Instagram. I have I haven't been doing a lot because I had to reduce my screen time after I had the car accident. I just came back home 2 days ago, and I'm not doing a lot of screen time because of doctor's orders pretty much. And so, but now I'm starting a little bit more. I'm doing a little bit more. If you're just coming in, I'm talking to a yoga instructor. So if you're trying to figure out why the heck is she moving her body and moving her head like that, that's why. I'm sitting here just
And
stretching.
this is a good exercise too, is to take your head, take your ear to your shoulder, bring your hand on the opposite ear, and just pull down. Now you're not going to yank; you're just going to assist it, and just breathe into it and allow it to just let the and let it ease.
And
So
that kind of helps relieve some of this too.
yes,
It relieves it
yes,
on the neck.
and then
You
even
know?
too, you also can reach the opposite hand out. So when you're stretching, you're going to, and then you can reach that hand out to help. Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, because when you do that, then you're kind of doing both,
Yes,
you know.
ma'am. And then
And
also too, there's one where you can um, take your hands at the back of your neck and just like you want to curl them. And it's considered cat like this. This is considered cat, and this is
Mhm.
considered
Okay, yeah. So listen, put something in the chat if y'all want more, 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 more. If y'all will come back, if we do this here, let me know. I want to say if you come back later on and you see this video, let me just come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. If you come back later and you want more of this, put a message down there. Put a message down there and say, Crystal, bring her back. Bring her back. Because then she'll have us doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and she'll have us stretching. But also go to her channel because we have to uplift each other. We have to help each other to get where we're trying to go. So please, please, please go see her. And while you're on both of our channels, Storytime Podcast with y'all, Crystal, Yellow Lotus, Peace, please subscribe to the channels. Subscribe to the channels. Go back and look at the videos we have. Comment. Let us know if you like it. Like when we are out here creating this stuff, we need to hear from you. We need to know if you like what you see, right? If you
yes,
show us or tell us, that's how we know to give you more, to do less, repeat, bring the person back. You have to communicate with us. And how you communicate with us is with them fingers. Unless we have something where we invite you up and invite you. And listen, Natalie, we could do something on YouTube if you like, where we literally bring people in and they could do yoga together. So if you
yeah,
have some
that's
people like
fine.
your people that are here,
Yes,
Paula,
ma'am.
Derek, and any of them, if y'all would be willing over here on the YouTube land, because you got it going on Instagram. If you would like something like that over here, let us know. Set it up. Send me a message and say, listen, I'd like to do that, Miss Crystal, and we can make it happen. It sounds like a plan.
Mhm.
So that's a possibility. The lymphatic drainage or the YouTube interaction for people with lymphedema with that
Yes.
community. Lymphedema.
Yes, ma'am.
Lymphedema. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. All right. Listen, so I thank you. I truly do thank you. Now, is there anything that I did not ask you that you would like to let people know about you? What's something that people that have seen you on the live, that have seen you on Gina's live, your live, Best Majestic, anybody's live, or on your YouTube channel? What's something that people don't know about you?
Um, uh, that. Mm,
What do you do on your pastime when you're not doing quality control, when you're not doing yoga? What does Natalie like to do?
oh, that I love to cook.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You're a cook too. Let me
Yes,
find out
ma'am.
you start a cooking channel in about another year. Too. What is your best dish?
um, okay, so I have several.
Okay,
I make a great homemade soup, like from
okay,
scratch. I
okay.
make vegan mac and cheese, and I know people like vegan, but
Oh
yes,
wow.
the cheese
Okay.
is gooey, it's solid, it's like a regular mac and cheese.
Yes.
Um, I do fried oyster mushrooms. I
Okay.
do I do a Philly steak and cheese. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Nachos. My son loves my nachos, even though they're
Okay.
vegan, but he loves nachos. So yeah, I love to
Okay.
cook.
I love it. Vegan. So are you vegan too? Sometimes, or you have
No,
you dip
I
and
am.
dab?
I'm plant based. Yes, I'm vegan. I don't
Okay,
eat
so you
any
plant
meat at
based.
all. Hmm
Great.
No meat, no red meat, no chicken, no fish, no
Okay.
dairy. Yeah.
So Big Heart Bert said, absolutely more yoga, please. Okay, okay. I said he love it. Okay, cool. We listen. We hear you. Let us know. And this man said a great listener and a budget helper. Okay. So why Nobi said you're a great listener and a budget. So you're good at budgeting. Is that what he's trying to
Yes.
tell me? Is he talking about you?
Yes. Assist her in doing her budget.
So you okay? So we might need to talk about that. So you are creating these Excel spreadsheets, or you use some apps, or that's something
No,
that you do.
I just on paper.
Okay, and then great listener. So that's really important, you know.
Yes.
So that's good. So a cook, a great listener, good with numbers, good with yoga. Wow, that's amazing. Well,
Yes.
listen, I just want to thank you for coming through. I think that we can definitely bring you back and we can do some homemade quiche. Somebody said you'd make a good homemade quiche.
Yes.
Oh,
I do.
is that the one with spinach in it?
Yes.
Wow. And quiche, you know what? I didn't know what quiche was. I think that was back in my waitressing days at the country clubs, and I used to get them little quiches, and I was like,
Hmm
okay. Well, we love it for you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Derek. Yeah. So listen, Derek, Big Bear Bert, why Nobi? Please make sure if you haven't done it that you hit the subscribe button. Go back and check out. And if listen, I want to tell you this: if y'all have a story, here's the big thing I want to tell you. If you have a story, your story matters too. So feel free to DM me and let me know if you can get with her. She can tell you how to reach me. I am here to help you amplify your voice. I am here to get you visibility. I am here to get you more comfortable with speaking, being seen, being heard. That is what my purpose is. Okay. So, and then we're also doing a podcast series this year where we're looking for industry experts. So if you are industry expert certified in your area, you have years of experience and you have something that you would like to bring to the channel, the same way I'm allowing her to do this, contact me. Contact me. We are here. You know, matter of fact, I'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Come back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I'm doing Apostle Kenneth Curry. He is actually the young man that gave me the Lifetime Achievement Award I received a couple months ago. Joe Biden President Lifetime Achievement Award. He was the presenter. And he has done so many for so many people like Frankie Beverly, and he's done so many people. So I'm bringing him on to just kind of give kudos to him and let him explain what that is. How do people get it? What kind of community service they have to do to qualify, and just what it means to get that kind of acknowledgement, and just give him his flowers. Give him his flowers for all his services. He's gotten two. He actually got one from Obama and from Joe Biden himself.
Oh, wow.
So I cannot wait to bring him on. So God, if you can, come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. All right. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that you was on Storytime Podcast in the audience and your experience. And let us know. And Natalie, you too.
Thank
And
you.
anything else that you'd like to share with us while you're here before we get ready to land this plane and get on out of here tonight?
No, just please follow me. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me at Yellow Lotus Peace. I'm at 804 followers, so I only need like 197 more. I'm at 25 followers on YouTube. I just need 25 more, or no, I'm on 31, so I only need amount of, on YouTube as well. So please subscribe, and follow. Thank
And
you.
guess what? As soon as you said that, remember I said the Instagram was going to end? That's exactly when it ended because I knew they only allow a certain amount of time.
Yes,
But for
ma'am.
those people who were there, I'm sure they will. And for the people that are here, if you have an Instagram, go on over and follow her on Instagram. Thank you so much, Mr. Derek, for saying you love the interview. I thank you so much. We try to definitely make sure that we give people opportunity to share what they want to share and to get any type of advertising, marketing. Any products coming soon, or do you have anything else? Like, have you written a book, or is there anything else that you have that you want us to know about?
No, I don't have any items coming out yet. I'm just, basically trying to build up my platform. Um, Hopefully, once everything starts falling into place, I'll, get product and, some merchandise. And as for a book, I thought about it. I haven't decided yet, or even I've written down some things, but not enough to call it a book yet, though.
Okay, well, don't undermine what you have. There are little small books, and there are things. The story is important. How you survive the aneurysm and everything that's important. Natalie, I appreciate you. I
Thank
do.
you.
I thank you so much for being here. I thank
Thank
you
you.
for
I want to give
trusting
you
me
your
enough.
flowers. Thank
All
you. Thank
right.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for trusting me enough to share your story with me and our people. We will send it back to you so you can go ahead and share it, use it. Feel free to put it on your channel. And matter of fact, we're going to send you a link, and the
Okay.
link is going to allow you so that this can be on your channel as well. We
Okay.
could have done it simultaneously, but we didn't get an opportunity to. But I can now send you something so that I can tag you. Okay.
Okay.
Reach
Thank
out
you.
to me. You have my phone number. You know
Yes,
how to
ma'am.
reach me now. You now know how to set it up. So you know when you do this, you know what to do with your phone, right?
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
hope that this was a pleasurable, a good experience for you,
It
and
was.
let other people know. And I thank you so much. I may even add you. I think I'm going to start letting people I interview start to do like a 30-second or 60-second review of their Storytime podcast experience. So I'm going to start uploading those. What was your Storytime podcast experience? And so I'll make a clip on that, a reel on that, and just let more people know. Coming over here, we're positive. It's a positive thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a really positive environment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I'm your Hope Catalyst. I am Crystal Bodie Smith, aka Shout Crystal. Follow me at Shout Crystal. By all means, do so. You can say, I saw you on Storytime Podcast with Miss Natalie, and I would like to share my story. Or just say hello. Anything, I don't bite. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We'll be back Sunday night. Sunday night. Let me tell you this real quick. Sunday night, we're here with Dr. Carol Coco Diggs. Sunday night, we're here with Carol Diggs. She's a doctor. She's a certified dementia nurse practitioner, as well as so many things. That series is going to be about elder care beyond medicine. Now, this Sunday is going to be more about her story. So I told her I want to let her shine first. So we're going to do the first half of the show where we're going to share her story. And then we're going to get into a little bit about the series and what the series is going to be about. and then we'll go forward. So that's what we will be doing. So tomorrow night and Sundays at 9, but tomorrow's at 8. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. My mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save lives. Have an amazing night. Thank you so much, Natalie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be in touch. Thank you guys for watching Storytime. Whatever you do, just go. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And please, 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 whatever you do, no matter what you're going through, keep hope alive. See you next time.
A catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey!